The story begins with a sweet and intelligent girl named Sarah, who fully believes in God and miracles. That day, her brother Danny's football match was going on. On the field, Danny was playing with full effort, but a player from the other team, Elvie, kept blocking his way again and again. He committed several fouls and even once pushed Danny down, yet the referee took no action against him. Seeing this, Danny's father Alex and his grandfather Sam became very angry, but they were helpless. At that moment, Sarah silently prays to God that Danny should definitely score a goal. As she prays, after some time, Danny amazingly scores a goal and a wave of happiness spreads across the field. Sarah becomes extremely happy too, but the happiness does not last long. Elvie cleverly pretends to fall in front of Danny, and the referee believes him and gives Danny a yellow card. Along with that, Elvie's team gets a penalty kick. Elvie uses that chance to score a goal, and his team wins the match. This loss does not sit well with Sarah. She asks her grandfather why, when she prayed to God, Danny still lost the match. Sam smiles and explains to her that she had prayed for Danny to score a goal, and that did happen. But she never asked for him to win the match. Then he tells her that whatever God does, there is always a reason behind it. Maybe this time, for Danny, learning something from loss was more important than winning. Sarah listens carefully and, without arguing, she leaves with them. On the way, sitting in the car, all three sing their favorite songs and have a lot of fun. After a while, they reach Sam's house. There, Sarah goes with Danny and Cindy to go fishing near the lake. Suddenly, her eyes fall on a dead bird lying on the ground. Seeing that innocent bird, her heart fills with sadness. Danny says that the bird should now be buried, but Sarah refuses to accept it. She believes that maybe the bird is not dead, just unconscious, and will wake up soon. Danny carefully looks at the bird and says that it is truly dead and cannot come back anymore. But Sarah is not someone who gives up. She says that in the Bible, Lazarus had been dead for 4 days, yet Jesus brought him back to life. If God could do that, then he can do it even today. Danny tries to explain that those are very old stories and things like that do not happen now, but Sarah's faith remains unshaken. She says that God is not limited to one place. He exists everywhere. He just needs to be called with a true heart. Then she firmly says that no matter what happens, she will see this bird come back to life. Danny understands that Sarah will not change her mind, so he takes Cindy and goes to fish somewhere else. Meanwhile, Sarah holds the bird in her hands and prays emotionally to God. She says that you created this beautiful bird, so only you can give it life again. Its family must also be missing it. After that, she continues praying with full faith and hope for that bird. After some time, Danny and Cindy come back to Sarah and ask her to go home, but Sarah is softly smiling while looking toward the lake. She asks them, "Can't you both see God? He is visible above the water." Hearing this, Danny gets shocked and asks what she is talking about. He reminds her that he already said no one can bring that bird back to life. It's getting late now and they should return home, otherwise their mother will get angry. But then something happens that no one could have ever imagined. The bird, which everyone thought was dead, suddenly flies out of Sarah's hands into the sky. Seeing this, Danny and Cindy feel like the ground has slipped from under their feet. Both of them cannot believe their eyes. How can a dead bird suddenly come back to life? But Sarah is not surprised at all. She is fully convinced that it is the result of her prayer and that God has heard her. She becomes filled with joy because of this miracle. As soon as she reaches home, Sarah runs to her grandfather Sam and tells him the whole incident. Sam asks her if she has told her parents about it too. Sarah says she tried, but they didn't take her seriously. They thought she was just imagining things. However, Danny and Cindy also saw everything with their own eyes. Sam lovingly says that whether others believe her or not, he trusts that she is telling the truth. Still, he advises her not to waste her time telling this story to everyone because not everyone will understand such things. That night, Sarah takes Danny's phone and talks to her special friend Mark. She tells him about the bird coming back to life and seeing God. She also asks Mark not to tell anyone because people will make fun of her. Then her mother Bonnie enters the room and tells her to go to sleep. Sarah repeats the same thing to her mother as well. She says that God really came to the lake. He gave life to the bird, and this was not her imagination. Then she says one more thing that deeply scares Bonnie. Sarah says that God also spoke to her and told her that one day he will take her with him to heaven. Hearing this, Bonnie's face drops. She cannot understand why her 10-year-old daughter is saying such things. Innocently, Sarah says that she does not want to die yet, but if God calls her, she would want to go with him to heaven. Hearing her daughter's words, Bonnie becomes emotional. Hugging her tightly, she says she will not let her go away so soon. She still has to stay with her for many more years and is not going anywhere. Saying this, Bonnie lovingly puts Sarah to sleep and slowly walks back to her room. That night, around midnight, Danny goes into Sarah's room to get his phone. But as soon as he gets there, he gets scared because Sarah suddenly looks very unwell. He immediately calls his father, Alex. Alex also gets worried and asks his friend Dr. Ben to come to the house. After a while, Ben checks Sarah and reassures everyone, saying there is nothing to worry about. Sarah only has a mild fever and will recover soon. Then Bonnie tells him that Sarah had found a dead bird near the lake, and she claims that God came and brought it back to life. Not only that, Sarah is also saying that God will one day take her with him to heaven. Hearing this, Ben smiles and says that children at this age have very strong imaginations. Such thoughts are normal for them, so there is no need to worry. Later, Alex notices a drawing in Sarah's room. He is shocked after seeing it because Sarah had never made such an amazing picture before. The drawing had so much detail and beauty that Alex cannot believe his eyes. He immediately calls Bonnie and shows her the picture. Bonnie is also surprised to see it and cannot understand how such a small child made such an incredible drawing. The next day, Sarah gives her friend Mark a special drawing. In it, Mark is standing on his feet and happily playing basketball. Seeing this, a smile appears on Mark's face because after a car accident, he has not been able to stand on his feet at all. But their happiness does not last long. Some boys arrive there and start mocking Sarah. In fact, Mark had told them about Sarah's claims that she saw God and that a dead bird came back to life. At the same time, Danny and Cindy are passing by. When they see the boys troubling Sarah, Danny cannot stand it. He kicks his football hard, making those boys fall off their bicycles and run away in fear. After that, Danny walks home with his friends. But on the way, Elvie blocks their path again. He deliberately kicks Danny's football and throws it away. Because Cindy is there, Danny stays calm and walks forward without saying anything. But Elvie does not stop there. He starts mocking Sarah and Mark's condition. Hearing this, Danny's anger explodes and a heated argument begins between the two. Meanwhile, one of Elvie's friends was passing by in a car while using his phone. He wasn't paying attention to the road and was heading straight toward Elvie. At the very last moment, Danny quickly pulled Elvie aside and saved his life. But unfortunately, Elvie's beloved dog got hit by the car and fell to the ground unconscious. Seeing his dog in that condition, Elvie's anger reached its peak. He was about to attack his friend, but Danny and Cindy somehow managed to stop him. Meanwhile, Sarah slowly walks up to the injured dog and starts praying for it from her heart. Elvie does not like this at all and angrily tells Sarah to move away from there. But then, a shocking scene unfolds in front of everyone. After a few moments, the dog slowly gets back up and starts running around and playing with Sarah like before. Everyone standing there is completely stunned. No one can understand what just happened. Even Mark is totally shocked. He tells Sarah that he has never seen such a miracle in his entire life. Then, with hopeful eyes, he asks Sarah that if she can truly heal people, she should pray for him too, so he can walk again on his feet. Sarah immediately prays for him, but at that moment, no change is visible. Still, she does not let Mark feel disappointed. She smiles and says that maybe God needs some time and she will pray for him at home with full faith. The next day, something happens that leaves everyone shocked. Mark's parents take him to Dr. Ben because, for the first time after the car accident, Mark is able to move his toes. At first, Ben does not believe it, but when he sees Mark doing it himself, he is completely shocked. Then suddenly, Mark stands up on both his feet and slowly starts walking. Seeing this, his parents cannot contain their happiness, and tears of joy roll down their eyes. By coincidence, a news reporter is also present in the hospital at that time. She immediately approaches Mark and asks how he suddenly recovered. Mark, without hesitation, takes Sarah's name. He explains that Sarah prayed to God for him, and after that, everything started happening. He also talks about the bird and Elvie's dog incident. The reporter finds this story extremely interesting, and soon the news spreads across the entire city. But Dr. Ben does not believe any of this. He is not ready to accept things like God and miracles, so he personally goes to meet Sarah at her house. Even there, Sarah confidently repeats the same thing, that she talked to God, and all this happened because of her prayers. But Ben does not believe her. He feels there must be some other explanation behind it. That is why he talks about getting Sarah medically evaluated. In reality, Ben is hiding a deep pain in his heart. Many years ago, his son Jason passed away due to a serious illness. That incident broke him from within, and since then, he lost his faith in God. He always thinks that if God truly exists, then why do innocent and helpless children have to suffer so much pain? On the other hand, his wife has already seen Sarah's news. She understands that Ben is unable to accept these things because of his past trauma. She tries to understand that Jason's death and the existence of God cannot be linked together. If Sarah truly believes in her faith, then it is not right to prove her wrong. But Ben is no longer ready to listen to anyone. He has decided that he will uncover the truth behind all of Sarah's claims games and prove her wrong, no matter what it takes. Then the story introduces a girl named Teresa, who was suffering from cancer, and according to the doctors, she did not have much time left. Teresa had a deep love for horses, so a father brings a horse for her. Seeing it, Teresa feels happy for a moment, but soon she becomes sad again about her condition and starts talking about her death. The father tries to calm her down by explaining the Bible and Jesus, but Teresa had already heard the doctor's words, so she knows the truth that she may not live much longer. Meanwhile, Teresa's mother watches the news about Sarah's miracles. Together with the father, she starts thinking that if Sarah can really heal people through prayer, then maybe she can save Teresa's life, too. Without wasting time, both of them come to Sarah's house. Slowly, many people from the entire city start arriving with their sick children to meet Sarah. Sarah's parents, Alex and Bonnie, try to stop this, but Sarah herself comes outside and wants to help the children. Alex tries to explain to everyone that Sarah is not a miracle worker, and whatever happened was just a coincidence. Mark getting healed could be accidental, and it does not mean Sarah can heal everyone. He tries to take Sarah back inside the house, but then Sarah notices Teresa. Seeing her, Sarah immediately recognizes her because she had recently drawn her picture. Alex also realizes that this is the same girl, and he does not try to stop Sarah anymore. After that, Sarah holds Teresa's hand and starts praying for her. Within moments, Teresa's condition shows slight improvement. Then, Sarah goes on praying for all the sick children one by one who had come there. A miraculous scene unfolds. A blind girl starts seeing again, and a paralyzed child stands up on his feet. Seeing this, everyone present there is completely shocked and starts thanking Sarah. But after helping so many people, Sarah suddenly collapses and faints. She is immediately taken to the hospital. Bonnie tells Dr. Ben that ever since Sarah prayed for Mark, her health has been getting weaker, and now, after healing so many children, she is completely exhausted. Ben explains to her that right now, the most important thing is Sarah's health, and everything else can be considered later. He tells Bonnie that for now, she should only focus on Sarah's condition because it could be serious. Suddenly, a crowd of media and news reporters gathers outside the hospital because everyone wants to meet Sarah and interview her. Alex realizes that this crowd is not going to leave so easily, so he takes his entire family and goes to Sam's house. Meanwhile, Bonnie is extremely worried about Sarah's worsening condition. She tells Sam that ever since Sarah started talking about meeting God, her health has been getting worse day by day, and she cannot understand why all this is happening. Sam cannot bear to see Bonnie's pain. He goes to the lakeside and prays to God. He says that he does not know whether Sarah has truly met God or not, but one thing is clear: she is a very good and innocent child. Sam, emotional, says that he does not even feel worthy to speak to God, but still, he is praying for Sarah. He says that if someone must be taken close to him, then take him instead, but give Sarah a little more time with her family. Sam receives no answer to his prayers, which breaks him from inside, and in anger, he asks why God made Sarah so kind and innocent if she had to be taken away so soon. He also cannot understand why God always calls good people back so early. Meanwhile, Dr. Ben arrives to meet Bonnie and Alex with his colleague Jerry. He needs to talk to the family alone about Sarah's condition, so Bonnie sends Sarah outside the house with Danny. Danny tries to cheer Sarah up by playing with her, but Sarah shows no interest in any game. She gently avoids Danny and slowly walks back inside the house. Meanwhile, Dr. Ben tells Alex and Bonnie about Sarah's medical reports. He says that Sarah has a brain tumor, and it is so large that even surgery to remove it is not possible. If an operation is forced, it could put her life at serious risk. Hearing this, Bonnie completely breaks down and starts crying uncontrollably. Ben further explains that according to the reports, it seems that the miracles Sarah has been seeing, where she believes she healed children with God's help, could actually be the effect of her brain tumor. In other words, it might all be her imagination, not any real miracle. Hearing this, Bonnie becomes even more devastated. At the same time, Sarah overhears everything. She quietly goes to Bonnie and tries to calm her, but she herself is broken from inside. She says that she does not want to go to the hospital. She wants to spend her last moments with her family, and she wants to visit the lake one more time. As soon as she says this, her condition suddenly starts getting worse, and she begins to feel dizzy. Alex immediately holds her and decides to take her to the hospital by force. Sarah cries and repeatedly says that she does not want to go to the hospital, but instead wants to see the lake one last time before she dies. Sam becomes emotional seeing her condition, but still the family admits her to the hospital so that her condition can be monitored. At the same time, Sam calls all the people to his house who were once healed by Sarah. He tells everyone that Sarah helped people without caring for her own life, and now she is fighting between life and death. Sam says that Sarah's last wish is to go to the lake, so in any condition, it is necessary to take her there. Teresa says that when Sarah healed her, she felt a God-like presence behind Sarah. According to her, if her assumption is correct, then God was truly healing people through Sarah's body, and that is why Sarah is becoming so weak. Teresa also says that if Sarah is taken near the lake, then maybe God can heal her too. Now, everyone agrees that Sarah must be taken to the lake at any cost. Danny says that since her parents are always with Sarah, and reporters are also outside, they will need a proper plan to take her there. At the same time, Teresa's mother, who is a nurse in the same hospital, helps Teresa and Danny get inside the hospital. On the other side, Sam distracts Alex and Bonnie by calling them away from Sarah's room on some urgent matter. As soon as the moment comes, Teresa quietly lies on Sarah's bed so that no one gets suspicious. Meanwhile, Cindy goes near the reception and pretends to faint, which makes the nurses focus on her. Taking advantage of this situation, Danny takes Sarah out of the hospital, and everyone quickly heads toward the lake. After some time, Alex and Bonnie realize after talking to Teresa that Sarah has been taken toward the lake, so they immediately leave to follow them. On the other side, the reporters outside the hospital also see Sarah being taken in the car, and they, too, start chasing them. On the way, the police try to stop their vehicle, but Sam distracts the officers so that Danny can move ahead. Still, further ahead, their path gets blocked by a fallen tree. Danny does not understand how they will reach the lake now. Just then, Elvie suddenly arrives there. He says that since Sarah saved his dog's life, he now wants to help her. After that, he lifts Sarah in his arms and starts walking toward the lake through the mountain path, trying to get her there somehow. A wolf suddenly appears in their path, but Elvie's dog bravely scares it away, and everyone continues moving forward. On the other side, police officers tell Sam to stop and surrender, but he refuses and leaves for the lake with Jerry. Within a short time, Alex, Bonnie, and all the reporters also reach there. Now, even the police officers understand that this whole situation is connected to Sarah, so they do not try to stop anyone. Slowly, everyone gathers on the lakeside. Bonnie angrily and worriedly tells Sam if he even has an idea how weak Sarah is. Bringing her here from the hospital on such a dangerous night was not right, and if anything happens to Sarah, she will never forgive him. Suddenly, a bright light portal opens on the other side of the lake. From it, a human-like figure comes out, leaving everyone stunned. At the same moment, Sarah's soul leaves her body and moves toward that portal, where several other souls are already present. Seeing this scene, everyone becomes completely shocked and terrified. Within moments, the portal closes, and Sarah's condition becomes extremely critical. Everyone cries and takes her back. The reporters check their camera recordings, but they find no proof of the light portal, as if it never existed. After this, Sam goes in front of the police and surrenders himself, but after seeing everything they witnessed, the police officers forgive him. Everyone returns home with Sarah. Bonnie apologizes to Sam for misunderstanding him and speaking harshly to him. Now, she realizes that Sam only wanted to fulfill Sarah's last wish. At home, everyone looks at Sarah's drawings. Then, Cindy finds a drawing in which Sarah is shown coming out of that light portal. Seeing this, Danny becomes convinced that Sarah will come back again. Crying, he prays to God to save Sarah. After some time, a miracle happens. Sarah slowly regains consciousness. Seeing this, everyone becomes filled with joy and thanks God. But Dr. Ben still cannot understand how all this happened. Jerry tells him that now he must accept that God truly gave Sarah another chance. Soon, many people gather outside Sarah's house to meet her and honor her, but Sarah politely stops them. She says she is not a special person, just a lucky girl who got a chance to meet God. She also says that whatever happened was not done by her, but she was only following God's will. Sarah tells everyone that if they also believe and pray with a true heart, they too can connect with God. She explains that she did not heal anyone herself, but everything happened because of God. Hearing this, everyone becomes emotional and happy. In the end, Dr. Ben also slowly starts believing in God. So, how did you like this film? Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you keep getting more amazing stories like this. See you in the next video.